morning. Oh, wow. So we've covered the Permian. And the Permian ended in volcanic hell, really, just volcanic hell. An ecological catastrophe that yeah, very nearly wiped out life on Earth. Very nearly, but not quite. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. So in any case, now we're in the Triassic, and things have settled down. The oxygen levels are still poor, and so a group of animals called the archosaurs, with this very efficient lung, are spreading out and taking over in great numbers. While in the low-lying areas, the proto-mammals are hanging on in small numbers, and those numbers will continue to diminish for quite some time. Yeah. The Triassic begins where the Permian left off, 250 million years ago, and lasts for about 50 million years, ending 200 million years ago. That wasn't too hard, that was basic math. Yeah. And it represents an era in which a new and spectacular clade does take over. About 15 to 20 million years into the Triassic, the archosaurs give rise to the true dinosaurs, who will spend the duration of the Triassic just feeling things out and figuring out what works for them collectively as a brand new clade. So we have, at the beginning of the Triassic, the proto-mammals and the proto-dinosaurs, both recovering from the devastation of the Permian extinction event. And as it happens, it was the dinosaurs that would ultimately take over and dominate the land for the next 180 some odd million years, leaving the proto-mammals relegated to the shadows. Yeah. Before we go into dinosaurs, I want to express a personal opinion about the clade of dinosaurs. And if you're a cladistics expert or a paleontologist and you find that you don't agree with me, please comment below and correct me and clarify for me. But it is my contention that dinosaur is a junk drawer clade, kind of like fish or reptile. A junk drawer clade, a clade that 19th century zoologists created to shove in anything that they couldn't really understand at the time. And thanks to the power of inertia, we are still using that same junk drawer as our reference point. And maybe it's time for a little cladistic refinement, separating the dinosaurs into two separate and distinct clades, the sauropods and the theropods, which are not the same animals. They're not the same. Theropods and sauropods are descended from separate branches of Archosauria. That is my opinion. That is my contention. If you believe that I am mistaken, please, by all means, correct me and clarify for me exactly why we still use dinosaur as a formal term of cladistic understanding. That would do wonders. Thank you. Okay. In any case, back to our topic, which is the Triassic and the rise of the dinosaurs from archosaur ancestors who gave rise to the proto-dinosaurs. Yeah, yeah. In any case, today, the only archosaurs we have left are the birds and the crocodiles. Crocodiles are not dinosaurs. Birds are dinosaurs. They are theropod dinosaurs. We have no sauropod dinosaurs left. Yeah. That was a mouthful. In any case, about 10 to 15 million years into the Triassic, the archosaurs gave rise to the true dinosaurs. And the true dinosaurs very quickly took off and dominated the Earth in all terrestrial habitats. If it was dry land, the dinosaurs owned it. And the mammals were reduced to scurrying around underfoot, but they weren't actually mammals yet. They were proto-mammals. And they were the Triassic proto-mammals, which were much more advanced than their Permian ancestors, but still not quite full mammals. So we had true dinosaurs, but not yet true mammals. We'll get there eventually. In any case, the true dinosaurs, as I said, took off and radiated into every ecological niche imaginable. But at the same time, there were other archosaurs who did not become dinosaurs. They became crocodiles. And there were reptiles who did not become archosaurs. The early Triassic very quickly became a very diverse place, and by the late Triassic, it was a wild cacophony. And as you can see, the lovely little theropod dinosaurs, the theropodomorphs, are sunning themselves on a log on beautiful Georgian Bay here, yeah, in Kelso Park of beautiful Owen Sound, where, yes, we have metric buttloads of theropods out on the water. It is my inexpert contention that theropods descended from an obligate biped archosaur, and sauropods descended from a bipedal optional archosaur. Yeah, having some trouble wording today. Yeah. In any case, that is my position, and I'm awaiting evidence that either supports or refutes it. Please feel free to post below. So that over there is Kelso Beach and Kelso Park. And yeah, over here is the Owen Sound Marina, where our boat is not. Sorry, Dan. Your yacht is in another marina. Yeah, it's kind of like Mario Brothers. I'm sorry, Mario. Your princess is in another castle. Yeah, where's Bowser when you need him? Absolutely. But I digress. Triassic archosaurs gave rise to Triassic proto-dinosaurs, which gave rise to Triassic dinosaurs, which then spread out and pretty much took over all the land habitats that it was possible to take over. And at the same time, Triassic proto-mammals dug deep holes to hide themselves from the now dominant dinosaurs. Yeah. Meanwhile, in the oceans, the trilobites were completely gone, having been wiped out by the Permian extinction event, which had done quite a lot of damage to the oceans. On the other hand, mollusks became very aggressively dominant in the Triassic seas, as did bony fishes and cartilaginous fishes. The sharks of the Triassic became quite impressive. Not big, but very diverse. And in the Triassic skies, insects dominated. Now, these were not the giant insects of the Carboniferous, far from it, but they were perfectly adequate and they did their job quite nicely. Also, on land, new types of plants evolved to take advantage of the new environments created by the Permian extinction and left over into the Triassic period. Life in the Triassic was not exactly easy. Oxygen levels were quite low. A human sent back into the early Triassic would certainly have a hard time getting along, simply because the oxygen levels would be so low that any exertion would be utterly exhausting for that human, because our lungs still don't have the necessary efficiency to deal with such a low oxygen content in the environment. Yeah. So much for human dominance, eh? On the other hand, the archosaurs who gave rise to dinosaurs had probably already developed the dinosaur lung, that is the theropod lung, the bird lung, the high-efficiency lung that allows eagles to fly over the tops of mountains and allows ostriches to run for miles and miles and miles at top speed without becoming too exhausted. The theropod lung traces back, I believe, to the proto-dinosaurs of the Triassic period, and a little bit earlier, to some of the proto-dinosaurs among the archosaur populations of the late Permian. Again, though, that is just my inexpert speculation as a layman. I could be wrong. Once again, the experts are more than welcome to chime in. I would welcome this very, very much. Yeah. By the late Triassic, oxygen levels were back up to an acceptable and comfortable level that would have allowed mammals to thrive if they weren't already being outcompeted by the dinosaurs at that time. Noisy truck, yes. And plant life had become incredibly diverse. New coal was being formed and had been since, well, about 10 million years into the Triassic. And things were getting back to normal. And then at the very end of the Triassic, another disaster took place, which brought about the Triassic extinction, which ushered in the Jurassic. And it was in the Jurassic that the true mammals would first appear. And one branch of theropod dinosaurs would give rise to birds. So that's the Triassic in a nutshell. Until next time, ta-ta, take care, be well, stay safe. Absolutely. Have a great day.